I'd like to call the Committee of the Whole meeting for Monday, July 6th, 2020 to order. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Mayor Berman,
Here.
Trustee Gabino,
Here.
Trustee Lowry,
Here.
Trustee Curtis,
Here.
Trustee Martinez,
Here.
Trustee Carroll,
Here.
and Trustee Gately.
Here.
All right, audience comments, trustee comments. And our discussion for our Committee of the Whole meeting, Mr. Bosco?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The only item on tonight's Committee of the Whole agenda is an update to our website. Basically, what happened was we have a computer management system that is in the back end of our website, and it allows us to do updates to the actual web page. It's a complicated system. It's not user-friendly. It takes a lot of staff time to make updates, and we reached out to our company that does the website design for us, Weblinks, and we talked to them about it, and they said it was a $12,000 upgrade to change the management system. It's the one we're using is kind of archaic. To move to a brand new one, it was going to be fairly expensive. To put that in perspective, new websites can cost anywhere from 20 to 50 grand on average. So when we saw the price at 12, we started talking about whether or not we wanted to actually go through a new website design, even though our website is only about 6 or 7 years old. So when we talked to Weblinks about it, they came back and said, well, we'll do the upgrade and then we'll make some aesthetic changes to your website as part of the $12,000 upgrade to your current website that we maintain. So in doing so, the staff reached out to them and gave them a couple of websites to look at that we thought were clean, condensed, modernized, easier ways to find information. And for the record, we're actually pretty proud of the current website. About, I don't know, 5 years ago, we had done a new website about 7 years ago, and then about 5 years ago, we did some aesthetic changes when we rebranded our image, the different logos and the different branding colors and everything. But the actual layout of the website was essentially the same. And so if you look in your packet, you have pictures of a new design that was created by Weblinks. That new design actually took into account not only some other websites that municipalities use that are more modernized, but also some feedback from the staff on exactly some of the things that we thought were important to put forward. So the big thing is that this is just the design. Nothing's changed yet. We're just in the initial stages. But we thought it was important to show the board before we move forward with this change in our image of our website and our mobile-friendly webpage, that the board is comfortable with it. So I know you probably don't have the current website in front of you. It's on the bottom of your packet as a reference. So if you scroll down, you'll see an image of the new website in your packet, and then Dave Arndt was just showing you the old one on Zoom. What we did is, Dave, can you start right at the top of the new one? So what we did is that would be the new homepage when you come to the website. It's a new modernized look in which what we did was, you'll notice we've taken out a lot of information because, quite frankly, I think the best way to get information to residents is by making it easier to find as opposed to just putting more information on a page. So what we wanted to do is streamline it. So everyone gets to the basic categories of what they want to do. And then once they get there, they're guided through a transition until they find the information they want. So I'm sorry, what?
No, I thought down to the next line. I was just curious on the, is that German or what? Under Coffee with the Mayor?
It's Jewish. Yippee, what is it?
So in designs, sometimes they just throw in placeholder text. It means absolutely nothing. It's strictly just visual. But I can translate for you if you'd like, Mr. Gafino.
It's Latin.
Definitely not German.
Norwegian.
That's Latin.
Thank you. Thank you for that Thank you for that clarification. Thank you.
So yeah, once again, as Dave pointed out, this is just merely an image. This is not a functioning website. This is basically a picture of what the layout would look like. So what we did was we put the four biggest categories that we have on our current website for residents. Our water bills, that's one of our biggest hits, is people calling and asking and paying water bills. Right now we have a local business directory, a contact us section, and a Nixle registration section. And what we ended up doing was we tried to basically put it more into the issue itself. Water bill report an issue is basically the contact us section. Now, if they want to fill out a complaint or a comment, they can do it by clicking that button. Public safety notifications we thought was better than Nixle registration because not everyone understands what Nixle is. Everybody knows what a public safety notification is. So when you click on that, it takes you to, it'll eventually take you to the Nixle page to register. And then instead of the local business directory, which we don't feel gets a lot of hits, we have the transparency page, which brings you to a lot of information, including things like FOIA requests, which are a big piece of information that people utilize. Now, that doesn't mean that the business directory will go away. Right now, it's in multiple places on our website. We would still have it most likely under the business section right at the top of the page. Someone wants to find a business, they just have to go to the business tab at the top. So with that, the next section that we broke it into is news. That's one of our biggest ways of getting information to residents is by using Facebook and news on the website. And what we found is, as the board knows, we've made a concerted effort to get engaged on Facebook significantly this year. I mean, we pretty much post every day now. And one of the ways that we feel that we're getting much more attention on Facebook is we put images on Facebook. So it isn't just blank text. It's actually a picture that grab your eye, grab your attention, your vision. And then once you see a picture of a garbage truck, you're like, oh, this is something about garbage. And it draws you to that article. And what I like about this is on our current website, you just get the title of the article and then you have to click the link to read it. This gives you the most recent 4 articles and it gives you a paragraph or two, just like you're on a website like Yahoo or Google, or when you click on you see an article as you're scrolling down, it gives you just a little taste of the first paragraph to see if you're interested in reading the rest of it. Of course, there's additional news. You just have to click the link and that'll take you to the full news page. The other thing that's a big hit is the calendar. And instead of having a small calendar that you have to click on to enlarge, now when you scroll down, you get the full-size calendar right on the home page with all of the events coming up right there for you to click on and get more information. And then the last, and this is pretty common nowadays, is at the bottom of the website, we put the whole list of contact us. You'll notice that there's the follow us on Facebook. We also have our YouTube page, which we broadcast all of our board meetings on when they're recorded. And we have that also at the top of the page. If someone clicks those buttons on the top or the bottom, they'll take it right to the Facebook page to follow us. So that's pretty much it. That's the design of the website. And then Dave, if you scroll down a little bit to the mobile site, so when you scroll down, this is what you would get on your phone. I've always been proud of our mobile website that we put in about, I think it was about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, after we rebranded, we added a mobile friendly website and for your cell phones. And you know, that is probably about as basic and easy as it gets. It gets you, everything's push button, it's clean, it's easy to read, and it gives you all of your best information right up front. So that is an image of what our mobile-friendly site would look like if we went forward with this design. Once again, nothing's done on the back end. The company still hasn't populated any of the drop-down menus, but what our plan is to go through our current website. So right now, I'll give you an example. If you clicked on government or business or departments, you would get a large drop-down of many different links. What we want to do is condense those drop downs into only a few links. And there you go. So Dave Arndt is scrolling over right now and you get a lot of information. What we want to do is limit that information to keywords. And then when people click on those, it'll get them to the right place easier because they won't be inundated by 30 links. Maybe they only need 10.
Hey, Steve?
Yes.
Where is the elected official contacts at?
It's usually under government, under village board and trustees. Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So if you click on that, that'll take you there.
That can be buried in there? Is that can be something easy for them to reach out if they want to and find us?
I mean, it's right at the top of government. I don't know where else you wanted to put it.
Well, I've been asking for some time to have a bio for each of our board members. So the people in the community know what they've done, how long they've been in the community, and a little more about them than just a name. So that's something that hopefully we can include Steve. We
Yeah.
haven't done that yet, but I've requested that.
Yeah, if the board wants to, I mean, obviously we can try to find a place to put it on the homepage if you want to get it out there somewhere on one of those links.
Can you just add a button to the 4 buttons, the 4 blue buttons? Can't you just add a button that says elected officials?
Yeah, I think we could probably, Dave Arndt, since you're on the call, did we have the ability to add a 5th and 6th button, or was it limited to 4?
No, we can add as many as we want. I just, we want to keep the aesthetics right. I guess the other option might be to put it down here at the bottom where we have all the other contact information.
That was my thought, but
I'm fine with that.
we shouldn't have to make people dig deep into the find to get hold of somebody elected.
And I had another question on the picture on that. Is that going to be a scrolling pictures of throughout the village, highlighting different things in the village, or is it just a one single static picture?
No, it'll rotate, and we plan to sort of theme it seasonally.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
The other thing that we are looking to do is right now on our website, that picture, we have, I can't remember the number, but it's a lot. I want to say we have 10 or 12 images, and a lot of them are the river and our park, Riverfront Park. And I think one of the things we're trying to get away from is the river is beautiful, the park is beautiful, and we're proud of it. But there's other parts of North Aurora we'd like to showcase too. So we'd like to try to get that out there.
It's good.
My question, is it just you and David that are evaluating this, or is it the entire staff? Or do you have somebody from the board that's offering any suggestions or whatever?
It started with Natalie and Dave Arndt. They were the initial people to start the project. And then, because Natalie actually maintains our website, and then Dave obviously is our IT manager. And then it got we brought Dave Hansen, our administrative analyst in, and then myself, I reviewed their initial findings, and we made some suggestions back to web links, and now it's in front of the board for the very reason of things like the idea of putting the government officials on the front page. That's something that when you look at other websites, it may not be prevalent there, but maybe it makes sense here because that's what the board wants, and you're the leaders of the village.
Well, this is a pretty big deal. And it's really important that we get everybody's ideas on it. I know if you look at other communities and other websites, you get a lot of different ideas of what we could have and what could be done. So I hope that we're getting everybody's ideas, and it's not just a few that's making the decision. That's all.
Does anybody have any suggestions, questions, thoughts?
I think it looks great. I love it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right, we'll take a look at the government section, see if we can put trustees somewhere more prevalent on the front page, and then we'll go from there.
You look at most other communities, and they talk about their trustees, and they do have bios of them, how long they've lived in the village community, what they've done before, so that there is more to it than just saying, hey, this is our trustee. He came out of nowhere, and he's now a trustee for the village. Some people voted for him, some people didn't. But, a lot of people don't know what the hell they've done. And we all know that every one of the trustees that have been on our board have made some contribution to the community that should be recognized. And I think that's a good point, a good place for it to be.
Okay.
I agree.
We'll try to get some, we'll try to make a few changes and then bring it back to the committee of the whole and show it again. I mean, like I said, this isn't going to go live. I didn't say this part, but it's not going to go live until probably end of the year, like fall or winter time. So this is just the upfront pictures, which is why before we go further and, you know, any further internally, we wanted to check in with the board and make sure the design was something that you thought was reasonable.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I think the calendar is really awesome, how you got things done on it, and it's simpler and cleaner. I agree with, you know, everybody on that. I would like to see a rotating picture, maybe, like you said, advertise or promote other areas in our town besides the riverfront. So yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
We're thinking it's tough to take pictures around town of private businesses because it creates an issue sometimes for us where, you know, let's say we take a picture of Woodman's or of.
I didn't mean exactly that, but we could promote other areas of the community. I'm not talking businesses, but maybe recreational, or I don't know, just spitball.
The properties we have for sale.
No, so where I was going with that is what we can do though is instead of showcasing one specific business, one of the thoughts is we had that that worked through the Convention and Visitor Bureau where they took those nice photos and they put that video together. One of the thoughts we can do is they did take a picture of Women's, but they also took a picture of the automobile by it. And so it's possible we can show them commercial areas in general. So, you know, here's an area at Orchard and Orchard Gateway. So it's not showcasing one business, it's an area.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Sounds good, very good.
I appreciate it.
Any other discussion? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned for the evening. Have a good night. It's great to
too.
see everybody.
Night.
Good
Yeah.
night, everybody.
Bye, Lori.
Bye,
Bye.
Lori.
Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Good luck, Lori.
Good luck, Lori. Thanks for everything you did for the police.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good luck, Lori.
And Plan
Love
Commission.
ya.
Yeah, Plan Commission, yep. Thanks, Mike.
Bye, Lori.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.